In my recently published article, 25 API security tips you're probably not considering, I reached out to the security community and asked, what did I miss? And thankfully, you responded. Jeff Williams piped up, I can't believe nobody mentioned open source security. APIs rely on numerous open source frameworks and libraries, and many of them have known vulnerabilities. Just because there are many eyes on open source APIs, you can't assume, well, they must be safe. I've got more critiques, but before we go on, a huge thanks to our sponsor of this video and that article, Salt Security. Protect your SaaS, web, and mobile applications from API attacks. I'm David Spark, producer of the CISO series, and here are some more critiques and advice on API security. Sounil, you strongly advise, create an inventory of your external API dependencies. Their behavior needs to be watched like a hawk. Now, while I did mention the need to review your API's code, Jeff Williams rightfully pointed out, having reviewed the code for thousands of APIs, I can say for certain, it's easier said than done. APIs are highly resistant to static analysis, dynamic scanning, and even manual code review. Eoin Keary reminded us that APIs are often just, well, tough to find. Continuous API detection is important. Sometimes frameworks have APIs deployed unbeknownst to the enterprise. Once you find them, keep them separate, said Jerome Walter. Unfortunately, too many teams aren't familiar with domain-driven design and aggregate their APIs together. When services are coupled, it makes change and patching harder, said Jerome. And if they're not segmented properly, once compromised, they're going to have a bigger blast radius. And lastly, the scale issue, which seems to be an industry bugaboo. Ghous said, assess for application business logic flaws in APIs. To do this in a systematic fashion and at scale is, well, impossible at best. Pen testing can identify these, but it will never scale and it will become very expensive quickly. So while we talk a good game about securing APIs, Chris Westphal noted, the logic assumptions made by developers may not match the reality in the wild, especially when you're combining logic from multiple APIs. All part of the security at scale challenge. I'm sure that's not it for your opinions on securing APIs. If you haven't read the article, please do, and leave additional comments wherever you see this video posted. Thank you, as always, for reading, watching, listening, and engaging with everything we do here at the CISO series.